like I'm Sonny Crockett. Play with me, that's a risk. Gold chain, match the wrist. All white fit, Sonny Crockett from the Vice, yeah, it's pricey. I ain't tryna hear you whine while I'm dining. Telling yo, I ain't tryna hear you on my telly, yo. Play with me, I'm knocking like a stereo. Play with me, I'm knocking like a stereo.
Anybody for a feature, I know all my haters on a first name basis. I'm the type to steal the flows from. Whoa, they the type to want my income. I think that I've had enough of jealousy and entertaining. No, I'm never giving up. I'ma start this in the making. No, I'm never giving up. I'ma start this in the making.
Yeah, head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mafia, nothing's really happened, right? We have an amazing show for you guys, as we do every single night. Bitcoin still kind of lingering around the same levels we were at yesterday, but I want to talk to you guys about the two key levels I'm looking at below. If we are to see a sustained downtrend to continue here, I want to talk about those two key levels I'm looking at. I don't know why I had it up 3 fingers. Take a look at those two key levels I'm looking at for my next potential long position. And I want to talk about the likelihood of potentially continuing this move to the downside, because as you guys know, the money flow on the medium to higher hourly time frames, I want to say probably just higher hourly time frame money flow is not looking too good. But as we know, with such a big uptrend that we've seen on the weekly time frame, a lot of times we can see that money flow fake out into the red and come right back up into the green. So I want to talk about how likely it is that we could continue to the downside, and then again those two key levels I will be looking at for a potential long position. So buckle up, Mafia. It's going to be a good live stream, and guys, tonight we are going to make history, because tonight is going to be the first live stream that Frankie Candles has ever done that he will actually, or the first short stream that Frankie Candles has ever done that he will actually end the stream when he's supposed to, which is about 30 to 45 minutes that we have today. So buckle up, guys. It's going to be a fast one. It's going to be a good one, and we're going to have to add a little bit of extra sauce because we're cutting the time a little bit short. So shout out to the Mafia, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get gets you guys a free, well, not a free, but an extra chance to win some free crypto on Friday's live stream, which may not happen, guys. I have my nephew's baptism coming up that I think that is going to be, I may have to cancel the stream on Friday, but don't worry, we will round up all those giveaways and add them to next week. But smash that like button if you guys have not already, and let's say what's up to the Mafia real quick before we jump in here. I don't want to spend too much time on the face cam here as we are limited. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Sniper said, do you have your timer set? Actually, yeah, let me set that timer real quick. I'm going to set it for 35 minutes. There we go. It's actually low on battery, so it might die. But anyway, shout out to John Vucci. Shout out to Dirty 8 Racing. What is going on, brother? Thank you for being here. Said Frankie, missed April Fools. Shout out to Dirty 8. Shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It, or as I like to call him, Koozie Can. What is going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in. We got Crypto Cheeks, not to be confused with the Clapper of Cheeks, who is also in the chat. What is going on? And we got Golden in the chat. What is going on, Golden? He says, new rule, if after 50 minutes of the stream starting, 50% of... if after 50 minutes of the stream starting, 50% of viewers have clicked the like button, I will drop 50 memberships. Shout out to Golden. So there you go. The rules are set. Shout out to Golden. Smash that like button if you guys want 50 Frankie Candles memberships, as Golden likes to drop them about 100 times each stream. So shout out to Golden. We appreciate you endlessly, bro. Drop that golden emoji if you guys have it. We got Nord in the chat. What is going on? Shout out to NordVPN. Link in description. I'm just kidding. I think we do actually have a link in the description or on FrankieCandles.com or FrankieCandlesTrading.com. But shout out to Nord. What is going on? Dropping that golden emoji. We got Tony D in the chat. Said what's more likely is Frankie ending early or inside job. Shout out to Tony D. But yeah, we got Kate Diggity, Al Jr. What is going on, guys? Shout out to Elite Ways EZ. We got Shannon's Ambitious Adventures in the chat. And last but certainly not least, we got Only You in chat. Shout out to you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into these dang charts and figure out what the heck this thing's going to do next. So here we are, guys, on the Bitcoin chart. And I have a confession to make, guys. I tried to film a tutorial today talking about liquidation levels, and it just was not working, guys. I recorded the video. I tried to record it like 11 times. I'm not even kidding. It was closer to 10 times. But yeah, I couldn't get the words out of my mouth. It was messy. So I had to call it. I'm going to re-record it. Don't worry. But there was no Wednesday midweek marinara today because I just could not get the words out of my mouth, unfortunately, which may or may not be why we're ending early. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Taking a look at the Bitcoin chart. And obviously, guys, not much has happened here. As we have come from the value area high, simply put, we had this local range that we were scalping, caught some really nice trades within this local range. In the premium Discord before we finally wound up rejecting from this level and technically rejecting that macro value area high, getting the move down to our next target, which was the point of control of the macro range, sitting here at about $67,000. And then we knew if we lost that, which we did very quickly, we knew we were likely to come down to that value area low, sitting right down here, closer to about 65K. And now we are currently getting a little bit of a bounce from here, guys, but you can see we have had some massive trouble getting back above that POC. Now, this is a little bit, I don't want to say concerning, right? Like, this doesn't make me think that Bitcoin's going to dump to zero or anything like that. But, this does, the fact that we are having such trouble getting above that POC, on top of some of the things we're seeing on Market Cypher B, didn't mean to rhyme there. I'm not a rapper, though. You see we have the VWAP coming down here on the 4-hour, potentially looking for a red dot. On top of that, we also have the 4-hour money flow coming back into the red. Not the best sign here. So at this point, guys, if we do not quickly get this green candle to spike up above this POC, we may be more likely to see a little bit of a move back to the downside here, where we have some not new key levels, but we have 2 other key levels here. Now, only one of these is one of the major key levels I'm looking at for a potential long. The other one is much lower. However, kind of my thought process here, guys, is if we cannot get, right, we went from the value area high, we broke down, went to the POC, the value area low. As you guys know, we were looking for a long position down here in the premium Discord. We talked about that yesterday, and we are indeed getting that bounce, right? This is simply why I always like to wait for the value area high or value area low of the range to come in before taking a trade. You guys know I don't necessarily like trading the POC unless it's a very specific circumstance, but chances of you coming down to a value area low and getting no reaction at all, in my opinion, is somewhat low. So that's why we always wait. I wasn't looking for longs at the POC, simply waiting till we come back down here to the value area low. And you can see we are getting a bounce. And even though I am potentially expecting a rejection here and a bigger move down, you can see you do get some kind of a reaction here of about, I believe it was a couple of percent here. About 4%, plenty of a move to make a bit of a bag on a nice little leverage trade. But again, the struggle to get above this POC may be a warning sign that we may want to take one little dip down lower, on top of the fact that we have the 4-hour red dot and money flow crossing into the red. Now, this wouldn't necessarily mean that we're about to nuke down to zero, but it could mean in the context of the 4-hour, we may be able to start a little bit of a trend back to the downside. So now let's talk about those key levels that I'm looking at in case we do indeed see that. Now, guys, I know that this drop here was a little bit, nerve-wracking to a lot of people, and up until this point, it's been pretty bullish, right? Extremely bullish, honestly, right? Like every dip that you longed, you wound up getting a new high, right? And then you get these little pullbacks like this, obviously, before taking another move up. But when we zoom out here, right? Like when in doubt, zoom out. And although we are looking for maybe a potential continuation to the downside, I want everybody to realize that this is not like a warning cry, for a massive dump on Bitcoin, right? At least as of right now. So you can see, right? We're basically just consolidating here as we hit that previous all-time high, and now we are kind of just consolidating around the prices that we're at now. So it's not really like we've really gotten a big dump here when you zoom out. We're just kind of simply bing-bonging around, consolidating in this little sideways range, which is why we love looking at the volume profiles, right? And even if we did come down a little bit more here, guys, I wouldn't really necessarily be that worried, right? Because let's get to the saucy part of the stream, which I know a lot of you guys are tuned in for, and that is the shout out to Evangelistic Kryptonite says, when in doubt, get Frankie Candles out. Shout out to you, bro. What is going on? But yeah, it's crazy that that orange Frankie Candles tags does that, and the golden emojis does catch my eye very easily. Shout out to Wayne C. Shout out to Wayne C. and French Toaster as well. But anyway, guys, as we look here, if we do get that continued downside, the next key level I'm going to be looking at, I believe we talked about this last night, and I've been talking about it to the Premium Discord since Monday. But that next key level is going to be sitting down here where we have a weekly naked point of control and the full CME gap fill. So if you guys don't know, there is a CME gap here. Let me go ahead and pull up that CME gap indicator real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. You can see we have that CME gap down here. We filled most of it, but we do still have the bottom of it sitting down here, which could potentially, price may want to go back down and fully fill that gap, right? And the fact that we have that weekly naked point of control on top of some other factors that may be leading to not only a likely visit of this level, but a potentially a couple of reasons why it would be potentially a good place to look at for a long. If we did get that move down, you have the weekly naked point of control, CME gap fill, and on top of that, if I could just go ahead and delete this indicator, let me get it off the chart here. Get out of here. But if we do get another move to the downside, guys, this is going to be kind of the next level that I'm looking at, right? Now, there's a few things at play here, right? If we come back down, bada boom, bada bing, come down to that CME gap, weekly naked point of control. There's a few different things I want to be looking for, right? Now, I'm not going to give the full trade setup here, but number one, what would we be doing, right? In context of the volume profile, this would give us a nice little deviation below the range. And again, you also have your 786 Fibonacci retracement level sitting down here, which may make it an even saucier zone, right? So it's you have this level and then the 786. So you could look at this potentially as some kind of a long zone, something like that. For me, I'm looking at it more isolated. But, if we do come on down here, number one, makes sense to come down to this level because the weekly naked point of control may act as a magnet for price, as well as the CME gap also somewhat acting as a magnet for price. And once we wind up doing that, guys, I think we talked about this yesterday, you could wind up getting a little bit of a lower low on your price action here. And with the way we see Market Cypher B setting up right now, this could potentially give us somewhat of a bullish divergence on some time frames, right? And this doesn't necessarily mean, right? And then the thought process here, if I were to take a long here personally, I'd be looking for this to get a move from the weekly naked point of control CME gap if you were able to get an entry here, and then you would simply be looking at this as a deviation below the range, aka an undervalued asset, right? As it's typically traded, over the last, we'll say, over the past month, I guess, we've been trading between about, $65,000 and $71,000. So if you get it down here below that price, you're thinking of this as an undervalued on-sale price, and then you're looking to buy as much as you can, right? And then ride it back into the fair value, come back above that value area low, hit that POC, get back above here, and go to the value area high. Now, obviously, the higher time frames are going to have a lot of a lot of the reason why we could get up here is going to have to do with the higher time frame. So if we did wind up getting the setup here, sure, you could use the volume profile theory as kind of your trading plan, right? Looking to get above the value area low, up to the POC. Once you get above the POC, the next likely place for price to go is going to be that value area high. So I don't know why I said that so fast. So but here's the thing, right? Coming back up to the higher hourly time frames, guys. Money flow is now freshly crossed over into the red on the 10-hour. We are also printing a 10-hour green dot. 12-hour green dot looking to print as well, but look at that money flow coming to the downside. And, this would binarily, right? I've been saying this a lot recently, just factually, based off the information presented here on the chart, this is bearish and could indicate a bigger downtrend to continue, which is why I have a second key level of support that I'm going to be watching that you guys need to be keeping your eye on. So we're going to get to that in just a second. And that's just in case this money flow into the crossover into the red on the higher hourly time frames, such as the 12, the 10, and the 16 hour, wind up giving us that expected downtrend that you would expect from a higher time frame money flow crossover into the red. Right now, it's not just the money flow crossover. It's also the fact that we have had this 786 Fibonacci retracement retest, right, where we came down, got the golden pocket and 786 retracement to put in a potential. What do we know about these 786s and golden pockets is oftentimes when you have money flow coming out and you're expecting a lackluster push up before putting in a lower high and a bigger continuation to the downside, where are you looking for that lower high to come in? Well, simply put, you're looking for it to come in on that golden pocket 786 retracement zone, which would be between these two levels, right? So typically we will draw this as a box, right? And, just in bar replay mode, just to kind of, hammer this home for anybody who's still learning, as you came down here, simply put, you're getting the bounce, but look at your money flow coming out. What does this make you do, right? What does this make you think? Money flow indicates the longer-term trend. So if that 16-hour money flow's coming down, we would potentially anticipate a lackluster bounce to the upside. And this is what we were looking at, a lackluster bounce to the upside before putting in a lower high. And then if that money flow crosses over into the red as you're getting that lower high or near when you get that lower high, you could anticipate a continued downtrend based off that money flow. Where's that lower high likely to come in? Between the golden pocket and the 786 retracement. Price wound up bing-bonging around. We got a nice pushback to the high of the range into that 786. We could not get back above it. And that could potentially, right, there's no guarantee, but that could potentially be the lower high. If that money flow is going to cross over into the red and give us that sustained downtrend, this would have been a great place to put that lower high in at. So we have to be open to the idea. Now, I want to be clear here. In the longer term, right, in the grand scheme of things, I am still bullish, right? But there are going to be ups and downs in the market. We cannot just go up in a straight line forever. So keep that in mind, right? Like even when we got here, right, super bullish. Oh my God, long the dip, look for a new high. Long the dip, look for a new high. Oh my God, spot Bitcoin ETF approved. Be careful, sell the news event. Bearish divergence on the daily, right? You guys will remember we were looking at this. Bearish divergence on the daily, higher highs on your price, lower highs on your momentum waves. Decent pullback. Not going to zero, but somewhat of a significant pullback, right? But then what happened after that? We were still long-term bullish, right? This was just anticipating a potential pullback, and then we also had money flow coming out here on the daily, so we were actually anticipating this to potentially be pretty bad. But what happened, we actually were able to predict the fake out on money flow just by simply understanding the context of the bullish market that we were in. We knew because the macro uptrend was so strong that these fake outs into the red on money flow were going to be very likely, and we nailed it, right? Not because I'm special, but just simply because I'm a nerd and I'm looking at Market Cypher for way too long, or maybe just long enough. But it's the same thing here, right? We weren't like, oh my God, we're going into a bear market, but maybe this is a better chance than any to get a significant pullback. And what did it result in? A 20% pullback, right? So similar to this, right? From the top here, or I should say from 74K we've had about an 18% pullback, right? So, not possible to get a little bit more of a pullback, especially because we have all these volume gaps sitting just below us. If I pull up the VRVP, or the VPVR as I like to say, you can see there's really not much below us, right? So we have to be open to the idea that, and I'll be honest, right? Like even if we did pull back to, we broke this low and we wound up coming down to some of these higher volume nodes, there's a key level down here that we're going to get into in a second. That may or may not be the next level that I'm looking at if we get a big move. But even if we came down to this high volume node at about 51K, guys, I'm not necessarily going to be calling for zero, right? I am still bullish in the long term. Just looking for potential continuation of the pullback, right? So I just want to be clear, right? Like I'm still long-term bullish, right? On the higher time frames, right? We could pull back quite a bit here without breaking the bullish market structure on the weekly. So just keep that in mind, right? So with that being said, next move here, right? Key levels of support below are obviously going to remain your value area low, but once you break down below that, we're looking at that weekly naked point of control, CME gap fill, and then the 786. But what happens if things go super, super bearish and we wind up seeing that 4-hour money flow into the red and that 12-hour money flow into the red and that 16-hour money flow crossover into the red wind up happening and we get a bigger move down? Where can we look? Now, this is something we looked at yesterday on the live stream. However, if we go ahead and Where is it? Where is it? Bear with me. Bear with me. Let's go ahead and pull up our lower range, right? And actually, let me go ahead and hide. Let me just go ahead and hide everything else. Boom, 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 boom. Just give me a second to organize here, guys. Keep it nice and easy to digest. Bada boom, and I will even grab that fib, drop it in here as well, and then we'll hide that. So if we wind up continuing down, right, and we do wind up losing our range up here, right, we have a value area up here, and we have another value area down here. And remember last night we were talking about why this is sometimes a pretty sketchy situation to be in, right, because we're looking for support on the value area low, but once we break down below this level, we could potentially be getting accepted into the lower range, which could open up the door to our next key levels, which we have looked at before, but they still do sit down here, guys, closer to about 60. I would call it sit between $60,000 and $58,000, right? Because there's actually two different ranges that I'm looking at here. I don't have the other range marked out on this chart, but there are other key levels getting closer to about 58K, which is just below this SFP wick at $59,088. And if we do indeed have a lot of liquidity sitting down here, which we could easily check if by looking at the heat maps. I already have it up because I tried to record that tutorial earlier today, and then I just couldn't get the words out of my mouth. But hopefully, I can get the words out of my mouth on live. I'm kind of nervous now. But anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. But Frank Candles doesn't get nervous. Taking a look here, right? 50, let me go ahead and zoom out here a little bit, come to the 3-month. And $59,088 is that. Oh, my God. Why does this always happen to me? Hang on one sec, guys. Let me reload this. But this wick down here at $59,088, we would assume that the reason I am looking at a long here potentially is because we would assume that there could be a lot of liquidity sitting down below this wick, making it a potential high probability that if we do wind up coming back down here, that we could wind up seeing a potential swing failure pattern where you see the break of the level and then a quick reclaim and a candle closure above the level before a reclaim of the value area low and a move back up to the value area high. And whether that is the, start at the next big move up or not is another question. But one thing stands true. These are definitely going to be the next key levels that I have my eye on if we get that bigger move down. Now, I actually want to unhide this stuff. Get rid of this. I want to pull up this one more time because that CME gap fill. One more thing to realize here, guys, is we do have a daily level down here as well. Now, it is a tapped level, so it's keep that in mind. But this could potentially add a little bit of extra support. So once you wind up losing this tap daily here, chances are you're probably going to be accepted into this lower range, right? So once you break down, bada boom, bada bing. Once you can't get back above that daily, which again is pretty confluent, I guess, no, the daily's not really your last level. Your 786 is the last level. So maybe forget that. Not forget it, but that 786 is below the daily. So maybe I would just take this off the chart, to be honest, because it's tapped. So yeah, lose the 786. This would kind of, because again, when you have a value area low of this range and the value area high of another range sitting right on top of each other, again, it adds a little bit of confusion, right? Because should you be looking for a deviation for acceptance back into your upper range? Or if you deviate below your upper range, are you then getting accepted into your lower range? So this is kind of the confusing thing. So what I'm going to be using for my invalidation is going to be two things, right? Either the loss of the weekly naked point of control / CME gap fill, and depending on how degenerate I want it to be, I may even move that level down to the 786 at 63,152. Because in my opinion, if we do get under here and we lose that 786, chances are you're probably coming down to the low of that range, or at least the POC. So if we don't bounce here, definitely going to be looking down to this zone down here. And let me just go hide this upper level one more time. And there you go, right? For me, it is a. Let's take a look at the heat map real quick because I want to take a look at that lower level. So here's the wick right here at about $59,088, right? And we do have some liquidity down here. It's not like the hottest spot of liquidity, but we do have a nice little area of liquidation sitting down here. Again, $59,088 is about where that's coming in. This wick is going to be worth watching as well, in my own personal opinion. Sitting right here at about 60,900, and that is again not the hottest spot of liquidity. Let me come back down to the 3-month real quick. Come on, baby, load up. There we go, right? So if you zoom into a lower time frame, you can actually see there is a significant amount of liquidity down here at 60,800, right? And then when you come down here, right? 60,800 is, I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess it's this wick down here. It looks a little bit different on the heat map, guys, because this is the Binance chart, right? We are looking at the Bybit perpetual contract chart, right? So you get those bigger liquidations or those bigger liquidation wicks. That's why it doesn't look exactly the same. But again, right, on the heat map, that level is sitting right. I mean, the liquidations are sitting at, you know, call it 60,600, right? So 60,800, 60,600, so just below this wick, right? So technically, you could look for a swing failure on this wick as well. But again, you know, if you're going to get a swing failure of this wick here, right, you're probably going to get, like, let's just put a level here for real quick, right? If you do get an SFP here, because it's definitely possible. Whoops. If you do get that SFP here, chances are, right, you're going to get a wick into your next key level of support, right? Bing bong to the downside. You're going to get that wick down. You're probably going to hit your next long zone anyway, right? So you come down here. This is where I'll be looking for my long confirmations to potentially take a new long trade, right? And if we wick down below this, I'll be looking at this for the same exact potential setup of a swing failure pattern. And then if we don't hold this, that's probably, in my own personal opinion, where we're going to see a bigger breakdown, potentially coming to revisit this local range down here, sitting closer to about $51,000. The POC of that range is sitting at about $51,000. So that is basically what I'm looking at here on Bitcoin, guys. And again, this isn't too much different than what we've been looking at recently on Bitcoin, right? Because, and this is not why we're doing a short stream tonight, but this is why I don't actually mind ending the stream a little bit early tonight so I can get some other important stuff done, as Bitcoin is still just kind of doing the same thing it's been doing all week. So again, very simple plan. The only confusion here are these two ranges, right? Once we get past this like weird intersection of the ranges, you know, then we are going to be kind of more in the clear to identify where price is likely to go next. But again, we're giving you that very clear invalidation of the 786 at 63,151. We break below that level. That is kind of what I would be treating as like the value area high rejection that we typically look at for a move back down to this zone here. Longs down here, if the longs down here don't work. And that is simply what we're looking at, 2 volume profiles. And again, this is very simple to mark out on your chart, guys. If you want to do this yourself, I'm not going to keep you a slave to my TA. As much as I love hanging out with the CandleMafia in the chat, you know, hopefully you guys come back anyway. But, you know, if you want to mark this out on your own chart, right, you have the upper range here for your one profile, and then this lower profile is simply getting pulled from the little range that we had up here at the top of the old last bull market, right? So this range is pulled between about October 14th, 2021, and about, you know, November 16th, 2021, right? So that's just where that other lower range is coming from. And you guys know, if you watch the channel, you know, you will know that when you have those old volume profiles, right? Like if you were just simply looking at this as 2 volume profiles, or maybe just 1 volume profile. Maybe you're not looking at this one. You could be simply looking at this as, you know, get below that value area high. I mean, obviously, we know we have some levels underneath the year that could give you a bounce. But if you just wanted to kind of make it easy to look at, you know, if you get stuck under this value area high, technically, based off the volume profile theory, you would be expecting a move to the POC and the value area low. But because trading is not simple and trading is not easy, and it's not just a yes or no answer, we know that the upper range here does add a lot of confusion in this zone. That's why I'm looking at that 786 as the real invalidation point, right? So there you go. And that's what we're looking at, guys. Other than that, things remain almost exactly the same. So the more bearish case, bada boom, bada bing, right? That could be the next stop for Bitcoin, right? In the more bullish case, right, if we're not going to see that bigger move down, simply put, I would just be looking at the deviation below the low, right, for a potential reclaim and a move back to the upside, right? So those are the two kind of, that's the if this then that, right? Those are the two scenarios I'm looking at. And again, like the mixed signals on the on the money flow make it very, very difficult to make a solid call in one single direction here. So keep that in mind. But this is how I'm handling the market, and hopefully it gives you guys a little bit of a clearer view on where price is likely to go next. Now, I will say this, if we do get another move up here, right, let's say we just take off from where we are here, and we do wind up seeing the move from the value area low play out, one level in particular that I would be very, very cautious around actually is going to be pulled from exo charts, right? So if I pull up my daily naked points of control here on exo charts, you can see we have a level right here sitting at about 69.8, right? And if we pull up Trading View, that $69,800 level is sitting 69.8, right about here, right? So you do have a daily naked point of control sitting right here. Just go DMPOC, right? So you do have a daily naked point of control sitting here. And this is also, if you pull your local range front that we were trading in that little local scalp range, you can see that is in line with that point of control of the range, which we've already rejected. But if we do wind up coming back up there, guys, could be a big place to be looking for a little bit of resistance. I do just want to point that out because that is a new naked point of control that we've created that we should be keeping our eye on just based off the confluence that we have. So I just wanted to mention that level as well, as Bitcoin is desperately trying to push up here. But that 4-hour VWAP looks like it may just want to smash it right back down. So there you go. Let's see. Shout out to Alex. Terminate says smash that like button if you want some free crypto on Friday's live stream from Frankie Candles. Shout out to Alex. Thank you for being here, bro. Let's see. Shout out to Alex. I appreciate the support. I mean, Alex says smash the like button, and trust me, you want to listen to Alex. He's a good guy. But anyway, let's continue on here. We got 972 people watching the live stream concurrently right now. Let's try to run it up to 550 likes. If we get 850, and remember, we have a short stream here. Got about 10 minutes on the clock here. Whether we end on that time or not is another story. But if you guys smash that like button, we get 850 likes before the end of the stream, I will give away $100 in XRP to one lucky CandleMafia member right now, or tonight is what I mean. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Nikki94 Boo said, I smashed the like button because I'm a true Mafia member. Are you? Shout out to Nikki94 Boo. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Kevin's Awake, says, I love you guys. I love you back, Kevin. What is going on, brother? Yeah, let's all hope. Shout out to Evangelistic Crypto Night. Yeah, let's all hope for the upwards option. Yes, I do think. And just to be clear here, as a trader, guys, we are prepared to make money in either direction, right? The long that we were talking about from yesterday at the value area low, which was a setup we had in the premium Discord, which has played out a significant bit here. But again, it is a little bit more higher risk now that we have struggled so badly at that POC and we did not get the strong breakout. But again, based off of the general volume profile theories, right? You're not going to win every trade because eventually you're not going to stay in this range forever. Eventually, you're either going to get a bigger breakdown or you're either going to get a bigger breakout. But if we get the breakout, we are in a long position from the value area low. And if we get a breakdown, this was not a specific setup, but as we trade in the Discord, we trade these ranges. There were shorts to be had here at the value area high with confirmations. So, I know a lot of people are probably short from that high. So if we break down, short from the high. If you break up, we are long from the low, right? So, this is why as a trader, I always say, right, it's the important thing as a trader is not to just pick a direction and bet the farm on it, right? Like that's not how trading works. And I don't know why you would want trading to work that way because you leave money on the table, right? When you look at it this way, oftentimes I am in shorts that are in profit and longs that are also in profit. And, in this case, right, like let me just talk a little bit of theory and strategy with you guys, right? If you are short from this value area high, right, you are already deep in profit, right? So we'll just pull that there, right? You're already deep in profit. You've already hit multiple TPs here. If you're short from the value area high and using basic range theory, you're going to be taking profit at the POC, TP1, and the value area low could be TP2, right? Now, whether you want to hold a portion of that trade, once you hit your TP1, you can move your stop loss to break even. This means that if you get a breakout, right, and price goes against you, you will simply get stopped out in profit, guaranteeing that that is a winning trade. It's the only way you can guarantee a win on a trade is by taking profit, taking money off the table, and then moving your stop loss to break even. You can now walk away, sleep soundly, go hang out with your friends. For me, I'll go take Mrs. Candles out to the nail salon because she goes twice a day. But, you could go out there in peace, right? Because if you get stopped out, it'd be like, oh, I got stopped out. You get the notification from MEXC, whatever it is, FEMEX, BingX. You get that notification. You're like, oh, man, I got stopped out. Cha-ching, guaranteed winner. And then what happens is, that TP2, once you hit that TP2, you can then move your stop loss into profit, right? So now what does this do? It allows you to take more money off the table and still guarantee this as a winning trade. And then basically what will happen here, at this point, not only are you in a guaranteed winning short trade because you've already taken profit twice and your stop loss is in profit, but if you're in a long, if you take the long from the low here, you are now covered on both ends, right? This is oftentimes the scenario that I'm in. It's like I literally sometimes talk talk to people and they're like, hey man, you in any trades? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a short up this much. I'm in a long up this much. And they're like, of course you are, dude. Like what? Like you're cheating. You're a cheater. And it's like, it's not true, right? Like, I mean, it feels like we're cheating sometimes, but this is just the theories that we use and the TA and strategies we teach on this YouTube channel and in the Discord. It allows for this kind of cozy, cushy position, right? Because again, if you take that second profit, stop loss and profit, guaranteed winning short that is still running. So if this breaks down, you could hold a portion of that trade so you could still capitalize on the bigger move down, right? But you don't need to 100% know if you're getting that breakdown, right? Because if it comes up, you're getting stopped out in massive profit anyway. And your long position that you entered will start paying you out as well. You're like basically just playing both sides of the coin because you can. And you can make much more money playing both directions than just like, buying at the bottom and hoping it goes up and hoping you're taking profit at the right time, chasing the bull markets, right? You could do this in a bull market, a bear market, a sideways market, any market you want, right? So there you go. And that is kind of why that's genuinely why I am so obsessed with trading and why I think it's so fun is just because there's always another opportunity. It's just super cool. But anyway, let's see. Let me check the super chats real quick. I think we did see a few super chats come in. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, DM me in Discord for bets on the early stream. Shout out to Tony D. We're like running it. We're running it low now. But shout out to All Star Auto Group. Said made 52.3K in less than 90 days, and I am not an expert. Thanks, Frankie. I love you, dude. Shout out to All Star Auto Group. Congrats on your gains, bro. Let's go. Bing bong. Throw it in the air for my boy. Shout out to All Star Auto Group. Congratulations, brother. I just got assaulted by money. I don't even know if we had anything to do with that. I assume you've been watching the live streams and hopefully taking some value away from it. But shout out to All-Star Auto Group. So happy to hear you're out there making money, bro. And I can only hope that I had something, even if it was just to push you in the direction of getting interested in trading. Hopefully we had something to do with it. So shout out to you, brother. Congratulations. Whoa, that is wild. Shout out to All-Star Auto Group. He said, Frankie Kendalls, my super chat was missed. I do have a quick question. Can we long and short at the same time on MEXC? Yes, you can. Let me see here. Yeah, so if you go to, so we pull it up here. If you go to your settings, right? I don't know. Hang on one sec. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so if you come to your settings here, bada boom, and you come on down here, position mode, right? You want to make sure it's on hedge mode. Hedge mode allows you to long and short the same asset at the exact same time. Basically the cheat button. So there you go. There you go. A little quick 30-second tutorial. Shout out to All-Star Auto Group. Hopefully it helps you make even more money than you've already made. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to John Vucci. Thank you for the $10 super chat, bro. I do appreciate you. He says, love the Mafia. Thanks, Frankie, for the sauce. Shout out to John Vucci, my paisan. No problem, brother. No need to thank me. I am simply fulfilling my lifelong dreams of sharing my crazy psychotic thoughts about the market with the coolest people on the internet. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. That is what we're looking at on Bitcoin. Shout out to Bad Axe said, yes, you could turn it on and off. Let's see. Thank you, Frankie. You're a legend. Shout out to All-Star Auto Group. I got you, brother. So yeah, drop that hedge mode on and start crushing these markets, whether the price is going up or down or up and down at the same time. Now, real quick, guys, we do have a couple of minutes left here. I do want to take a look. We're not going to do any requests on the alts tonight because I got to hop out of here real quick. But what I do want to do is I'm going to do a quick little speed run of some of these alts, right? Ethereum, right? Just same exact thing as yesterday, right? Like nothing really going on here. We came down to our key level of support, value area low, golden pocket confluence. We never even made it up back to the POC of that local range. Let me actually move this up a little bit. Yeah, we never made it to the POC, but these levels of resistance above remain the same, right? Like this zone right here between 34.50 and 33.97 will remain a key level of resistance on top of this little zone right here locally between 35.61 and 34.78, two kind of zones that you can look at for strong resistance. And then in the longer term, if I just get rid of these local levels, bada boom, bada bing, if you're playing the longer term game, next key level, if we lose the golden pocket, simply will be 786 retracement sitting right down here with the weekly naked point of control backing it up. And I believe we do have a golden pocket in here as well, which is why that box is a little bit bigger. A different golden pocket than this one, obviously. But that is the next key level to the downside. And to the upside, simply put, same exact level that we've been looking at up here, getting closer to about 3682, between 3682 and 3759. So that is going to be the next key levels on Ethereum. And to be quite honest with you guys, looking very similar to Bitcoin, right? Money flow crossing over into the red on the 12-hour. But look at what we have. Look at what we have here, guys. VWAP coming up. So if we get that green dot on the 12-hour, there goes the alarm. But if we come down here and we get this green dot on the 12-hour, guys, this is going to make me anticipate a bounce to the upside. A moon to a $5,000 Ethereum? No. But a lackluster bounce to potentially put in a lower high and continue to the downside? Potentially, right? Let me bring up those local levels of resistance again, right? So come back up to the 12-hour. If we get that green dot, sure, you could expect to move off the value area low because you're already expecting some kind of a bounce off the value area low. Honestly, this was kind of weak, so I wouldn't be surprised if you got a little bit more of a move. But that green dot would make you anticipate a lackluster move to the upside, potentially into the POC, right, to put in a lower high, and then have the money flow cross into the red and continue into the red and give you a bigger move to the downside. So something like this, same thing as we were looking at yesterday, something like this wouldn't be super unlikely on Ethereum in my own personal opinion. Let me just try to let me just get a little bit more. Let me see if there's any, to be honest, this is the level I'd be looking at. And again, this is very similar to the level I just had. But to be more clear, 3560 to 3483. Right, you have your POC, your local value area low, your golden pocket, and your 786, and the POC of your small range, all sitting in that zone. Nice confluence there. I would absolutely love a daily naked point of control flying through that level as well. Can we get it? I don't think we do. We do. There it is, right? So you have your daily naked point of control in there as well, sitting at about 3542, right? So that would be, so something like this would not be the most impossible thing that I've ever seen, right? And again, that's based off the higher time frame money flow, such as the 12-hour crossing into the red. Green dot gives you a lackluster move up to put in the lower high, and then as that money flow crosses back over into the green or into the red or continues into the red, that's where you anticipate the move back down. But there you go. There's Ethereum. Let's take a quick look at XRP, which, as you guys know, has been making crazy moves. No, I'm kidding, guys. XRP still, I'm not even really going to spend much time on this, but we have got a little bit of a more of aggressive move down, so it has moved a little bit. But general plan here on XRP remains exactly the same. Previous value area low sitting at 63 cents remains your key level of support to potentially open up the door to these higher targets. However, we are just still bing-bonging around. We've now come below our value area low. Where is this? I'm going to pull this. Let's pull this more locally here. Yeah, this is not the best look, to be quite honest with you. And if we look at this as a grander range here, like this. So next key level I would probably be looking at. Let me pull that same fib we had before. 786 value area low. If we do continue down here, it's going to be a key level to look at on XRP. Bada boom. That is going to be the next key level, right? As we're losing that golden pocket, two reasons, right? You're losing the golden pocket, which would make you anticipate the 786. You also have lost the POC, which would make you anticipate the value area low. And that 786 and that value area low just happen to be sitting in the same exact place. Pretty nice confluence, if you ask me. But anyway, that is what I'll be looking at on XRP. Money flow on the 12-hour in the red, similar to Ethereum. So keep that in mind. VWAP trying to come back up on the daily. But other than that, this is kind of the context I would be looking at XRP in. So there you go. Next key level of support sitting between 54.61 and 53.93. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Alex, says, I almost never do sniper entries. I split entries, so I never miss a trade and never get stopped out too early. Shout out to Alex. Alex Terminate. Not a bad strategy, brother. And if I was able to get that heat map tutorial video done today, I would have talked about how you can, set much better stop losses so you can stop getting wicked out of your positions right before price goes back into the same direction that you expected it to go in anyway. Raise your hand in chat or hit me with a hashtag value in the chat if you're a victim, if you've ever been a victim of getting into a trade that looks absolutely perfect and then price just wicks you out and then goes the direction you thought anyway. Let me know if that's ever happened to you, and if it has, keep a lookout for that video that we will be dropping very soon. It was supposed to come out today, about how to find set better stop losses. Not only that, find better entries and just figure out a general direction on Bitcoin based off of liquidation levels. Yeah, there's those hands in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Anthony Fonseca. Hashtag values in the chat. I forgot we had a hashtag value emoji for the members. Let's go. So let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Wick589. I was actually thinking, I don't think Wick was here yesterday, and I had a random thought. So shout out to Wick589. If you guys ever think that your boy Frankie Candles is just here and I only think about you guys when you're in chat, you're wrong. Because yesterday after the stream, it was probably like 11:30 at night, and I was just sitting on the couch, and I was like, I don't think Wick was in chat tonight. So shout out to Wick589 if you're out there. Thesis himself said big time. Shout out to Thesis. Says big time dot and Adam. Whoop. Let's go. Shout out to Thesis. Let's go ahead and check big time real quick. Bada boom. I'm just going to run through some of these alts, losing your value area low of this little local range that you have here on big time. This is the Binance perpetual contract chart. Let me change this to neutral. Bada boom. Yeah, actually, let me go ahead and pull some nakeds out here. You guys know, when in doubt, take everything off, right? Look for those naked points of control. I'm kidding. Just make sure you know the privacy of your own home when you do it. But there we go. We got a weekly MPOC there. Let's check the daily real quick. Yikes. Okay, so we did come and take these 2 naked daily points of control, which is could be a somewhat of a sign that you could potentially get a bounce. Yeah, you swept these lows somewhat nicely. Let me pull up. Let me see. I doubt, we're not going to be able to get. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's actually try this. Let's try this. Let's pull up, because I know that CoinGlass, for anybody who is out there looking for a free, something for free that you can look at liquidation heat maps on, you can simply go to coinglass.com, and they do have a very similar liquidation heat map as High Block Capital. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with this. I want to be very clear. The one benefit to this, on the very little experience I do have on it, is they tend to have a whole lot of a whole lot more actual coins that you can look at. These are the a whole bunch of different exchanges as well. And like I said, I do not use this very often, but I do know they have a lot of altcoin support. So what I was going to do here, what can you search here? I'm like kind of doing this live, to be honest with you guys. I use High Block for just about everything as far as liquidation heat maps, but I do know they have strong. Yeah, big time. Like, could I just click this and it'll give me options to look at the heat map, etc.? This is kind of cool. Now, I'll be honest. I've actually heard complaints about the accuracy of their liquidation levels and heat maps specifically. But that doesn't mean it's useless, right? It also doesn't mean that that person that was having a bad experience is going to be the same for everybody. But if you guys wanted to see, heat maps, again, I don't even know how I would search the altcoins, because I'm not going to spend too much time on it right now. I kind of thought it was going to be super, super obvious. Like, you would think this would be it, but this is just Bitcoin. Open interest. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff here. It's pretty wild. They have MRV. Yeah, see, MVRV scores. RSI heat map. This is kind of interesting. I'm going to make a video about this. I got to dig into this. I'm going to spend some time on CoinGlass soon and start to look at some maybe doing a video on this. There's a lot of information here. But anyway, what I was going to do was look at the wick down here on big time to see if we had any significant liquidity below these wicks or below this wick, because if you have significant liquidity below this big wick down here, shout out to all the big wicks, at 24 cents, right? If you have a lot of liquidity between that level and this weekly naked point of control, this would be a very, very clean level for me to be looking for a long at. Not you, but me to look for a long. So I would keep an eye on that level if the breakdown continues. Take a look at Market Cipher really quickly. Take a look at the 4 hour. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you had bullish divergences on your 1 hour down here. Money flow is kind of flat and coming out, not the best confirmation. But shout out to Thesis. What I'd be looking for here is a potential reclaim of the value area low. If you break down, I'd be sitting on my hands to see if we can interact with this wick. And I really wish, let's see. I really wish that, bear with me. Hacking the mainframe. Bada boom. Yeah, maybe do they just have Bitcoin? I thought they had a ton of altcoins. I'm pretty sure they do. I can't figure out how to get to it. But yeah, that is what I'd look at on big time. Other than that, taking a look at Market Cipher. Actually, let me come to the 4 hour. See what the 4 hour smart trail is. Yeah, so we have a bearish smart trail on the 4 hour. Let's check it on the 1 hour. Yeah, I'd be careful here. I would be careful here. Yeah, this confirmation buy signal didn't really give you much. 4 hour smart trail is still bearish. Daily, yeah, this is not. Yeah, I would keep I would keep an eye on what I just said, right? If you continue down, look at this level down here. If you could find a liquidation heat map and you see a lot of liquidity sitting between these levels, maybe a fire long potential setup down here. If not, you know, I don't see the, you know, if this was a nice like 4 hour bull div, which it's not, you know, if this was a nice 4 hour bull div, I mean, let's pull up Lux Algo real quick. Yeah, I mean, it's not there, right? Like you can see here, clear higher highs on your price action into the value area high, lower highs on your momentum waves or your, this is the Lux Algo matrix oscillator, right? But, you know, very, very similar. If you're looking at an RSI, the momentum waves on Market Cipher B, you're just looking at these momentum oscillators to find your divergences. Lux Algo actually marks them out for you with that nice little yellow line. So you can see, right, higher highs on your price into a key level of resistance. Lux Algo marking out that divergence line for you, letting you know you have a bearish divergence. Money flow on Lux Algo was coming out. I believe it was coming out on Market Cipher as well. But, you know, that makes for a significant potential pullback to come in. And you can see that divergence wound up playing out perfectly between the Lux Algo, or just between the bearish divergence and the volume profiles. That wound up playing out very, very nicely. So if I were to see something like that setting up here, right, where we had a nice bullish divergence on our 4 hour, right, I would anticipate something very similar. Right, but we just simply do not have that. So for that reason, I probably won't be taking, I wouldn't be taking that long. Doesn't mean it won't play out, but for me personally, I probably wouldn't be taking that. I'd rather wait for lower, to be quite honest with you. So anyway, there you go, Thesis. Hopefully that helps you out. Man, we got a lot of hashtag values in the chat. Love to see it. But yeah, that means a lot of people get stop hunted. But again, guys, there are ways to avoid this by using those heat maps. Let's see. Shout out to Dark said, what's the Lux Algo indicator called? This is called Lux Algo. And, you know, if you guys are familiar with my Lux Algo, Frankie Candles Essentials, if you come to your TradingView indicators and type in my name, Frankie Candles, you will see Frankie Candles Essentials by Lux Algo. This is 100% free for the community. Just click it. You can add it to your chart. I have videos showing you guys how to use it. And there's like a few people every single week that come in here and drop super chats talking about how our free indicator helped them make money. And understand, guys, this has no benefit to me. Like, I don't make any like extra money on this at all. This is 100% free for the community. We genuinely, in collaboration with Lux Algo, who obviously made the indicator, they were so down to make this free indicator for the community, encompassing my trading style and my techniques into one easy-to-use indicator. And people are literally using this for free and making money. And they super chatted all the time. Like, ask the Mafia community. They're out there using this. But the indicators you see on the screen right here are part of Lux Algo Premium. So it is paid. I do believe we have I know we have a link in the description down below that will save you some money. They are a sponsor of the channel. But yeah, this is like one of the most overpowered indicators. It is an entire suite with like, I mean, you open up these, open up the Lux Algo signals and overlays, like there are, if I could turn all these on right now, I wouldn't recommend looking at all these at the same time, but all of these indicators come in one package, right? And I think they do separate them if you only want certain things. But tons of really, really useful stuff here. Look at the Lux, just search my channel for Lux Algo. I have videos on all of this, my custom settings, all the different indicators, how to use them in your trading strategy, etc. But check that link in the description down below, and it will help out the channel. So if you like the free trading education you get here, you save money, you help out the channel. It's a win-win situation. So shout out to Lux Algo for sponsoring the channel. Yeah, there you go. Lux Algo Premium is the name of the indicator. And by the way, guys, if you don't have money to shell out for a paid indicator, one more thing here. Type in Lux Algo on your indicators tab, right? Just type in Lux. They have over, I think, 150. I mean, I don't know how many this is, right? But it's like endless scrolling of free indicators, guys. And you can see I have a lot of these starred, right? That means that they're indicators that I come back to, and they're completely free. And now the Frankie Candles Essentials is in that, group as well. But check them out, guys. A lot of these free indicators are absolutely amazing. I might start doing like top, free indicator of the week videos or something like that. Tons of content to be made. They even have one. They have a McDonald's indicator. I know a lot of people. Have seen this. The McDonald's Lux Algo indicator. This is. Let me actually turn off the other indicators. I don't even know how this works. It says on TradingView, but they have like fries and burgers and like an M. And Sean, the creator of Lux Algo, was actually telling us when we were in a meeting with him one time. He said that we made this as a joke, but it is based off real information, and the strategies around it are real. Oh no, OBS disconnected. That's not good. Okay, now we're back. Hopefully that was not hopefully that wasn't too aggressive. But yeah, they have tons of free indicators here, guys. That fair value gap indicator, liquidity levels, right? If you're looking for things like where that liquidity is sitting, this is kind of similar to a liquidation heat map. Kind of. But yeah, if you're a chart nerd like me, you could spend all day. These are all free of charge. Just go check some of these. I'll give you my top 3 favorite ones so far, or that I look back at the most. Liquidity swings. This is something I literally have saved on my templates here. Where is it? Liquidity swings Lux Algo, right? Like I just go to my, just click my normal indicator settings, right? I have it saved here. I'm sorry, wrong tab. There you go. Liquidity swings, right? Now, what does this do? It shows you kind of where you might have a lot of resting liquidity sitting in the market. What does this do? It gives you levels where you may be likely to catch a swing failure pattern. You can see I'll just cherry pick a scenario that worked out very well. I understand this is hindsight, but understand, if you could find them in hindsight, now you just know what to look for on the live price action. Anyway, right here is letting you know there may be some liquidity sitting above this level. So this is where I would grab that level, because I don't usually let my indicator sit on the chart like that. But I would mark that out as a swing point, right, or an SFP level. And I know it's hard to see this wick, but what happened? Price wicked up, came back down, closed below that swing failure level, and then what happened? You get a big dump to the downside. Plenty of money to be made. And that dump to the downside made another potential high chance SFP level down here. I don't know and did we wind up? I mean, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Come on. And what happened? You wound up getting another nice little swing failure here for another 27% move up. So again, I don't want to do a full tutorial here, but that's 100% free. So go to Lux Algo. We're not just shilling because for the money, right? Like we're shilling because I actually love these indicators and use them, right? I don't just take any willy-nilly sponsorships, guys. It's too disingenuous for me to like sit up here and pretend that I use something that I don't actually use. That's why we love Market Cypher. That's why we love Lux Algo, because it's natural for me to talk about because I actually use it. And this is free. So, I mean, heck, we're shilling the free stuff. But anyway, let's continue on there. A little bit of Lux Algo stuff. I can't link in the description for anybody who wants to check it out. But let's go ahead and take a look at a couple other alts here. Let's see. I'll take a look at like 2 or 3 alts. I know I froze there for a second, guys. I apologize. Let's see. Crypto Crabman said it's not too late to grab some more COQ. Let's take a look at COQ. Full disclosure, I do own some of this. I have no motive whatsoever to tell you this is going to go up for no reason, right? If this looks bearish, I will tell you it looks bearish right now. I don't care about pumping my bags. I care about making my community money, or helping my community learn how to make money. With that being said, COQ is going absolutely to the moon. Buy. I'm just kidding. Never do that. Not financial advice. But let's take a look here. So no info on the weekly. We're starting to get some kind of, price history here. At least we can kind of start to analyze this dang thing. I mean, this looks the same as everything else, guys, right? Money flow coming to the downside on the 16-hour. Money flow coming to the downside on the 12-hour. The daily, Red dot confirmed. I mean, it looks the same as everything else as far as market cipher. All 3 of our price targets got hit here. Full disclosure, I have not taken any profit on this. That doesn't mean that like it's definitely going to go up more. I'm just kind of holding this for the long term. I think COQ generally, now and again, this is a full gamble. This is not me saying COQ is going to be the next big meme coin. This is just what I think. I could totally be wrong. I've been wrong about 1,000 other meme coins that I don't talk about that go to zero. So reason why I don't really bring these up on the live stream, right? I don't bring up the altcoins just simply because, or not the altcoins, the meme coins, because simply they dump all the time, right? Most of them will. But I do think, oh God, come on, what is with this connection? Unbelievable. And we're back. Okay, we're back. But yeah, I don't know. I just think COQ. I think it's a hilarious meme. It's on AVAX. I don't know. I feel good about it. There's a lot of influencers talking about it, which means that people are going to get hype about it, which is literally the only thing that pumps meme coins for the most part. So to me, that's a buy. So anyway, I will be holding this. But yeah, key support to the downside. If we do get a move back down, let's see. I mean, nice pullback here, right? You're hitting your golden pocket. You lose that golden pocket. Very likely to see that 786 sitting at whatever number this is. I'm not going to try to butcher those zeros. But anyway, sorry about the choppy connection here, guys. I don't know why this keeps happening. I mean, you guys can see this, right? Like this is. I don't want to hover over that because I don't want to leak my my network, but. Yeah, I got full bars here. I don't know what's going on. I should be hardwired, but I'm not. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's what I'm looking at on COQ. Let's see if we can take a quick look at ICP. Bada boom, ICP on Binance. Whoops. Come on. ICP. Take a look at the Coinbase chart. Yeah, so we're hitting this weekly naked. And this is not the... Where is my ICP chart? There it is. Okay. Yeah, so we're hitting this point of control here. I mean, this is the same thing as yesterday, right? Get above the POC. That's bullish for a bigger move up. I don't think it's an instant move to $45, but I do think on the next big leg up, right? Next time everything's going to the upside, right? Everything's pumping. Everyone's super excited. This is going to be the next key level to watch, right? Value area high, $45.90, right? Understanding we also have key levels within here as well. Technically, your next major target here, other than that value area high, would be these 2 weekly naked points of control, which we were actually looking at yesterday. I don't know why they're not on the chart anymore, but we actually looked at these yesterday, between $41 and $34. I think $34 is probably the next major stop for ICP once you get above that POC. So there you go. Pretty simple, plain, clean, and cut on ICP. Here's one thing to realize here, guys, is we did put... Yeah, money flow on the daily generally coming to the downside. 2-day red dot and bearish divergence with money flow coming out looking to print. I don't know, man. This is binarily bearish, right? Like this is momentum clearly coming out. Money flow is clearly coming out, right? Higher highs on your price action into a key level. That could be a bearish signal, right? You're not quite ready to cross over into the red just yet, and you could even be putting that weekly bearish divergence in on the weekly. Right? Or, bearish divergence. Now, obviously, weekly bear div is going to come in on the weekly. But higher highs on your price into the POC. Once that momentum wave confirms, bada boom, that could be a much more bearish scenario where we could see a bigger pullback potentially to the value area low. But other than that, those are the key levels. Key level of support, 1572. Key level of resistance, 1991. If you break the value area low, probably coming down closer to about $14. You break the POC, that's where you start your journey up to about $34, right? Keyword, journey. So anyway, there you go. Let's see. Pepe, we could take a shout out to Crypto Killer Whale. Let's take a look at Pepe. Sorry, guys. I always mess that up. It's a verbal typo, I like to call it. Anyway, I'll be honest with you. PP is not looking too bad. 100x long Pepe? I don't know. I'm kidding. Please don't do that. I'm just kidding. Sorry for cussing. Anyway, I'm just... Shout out to Sketch. Anyway, let's see. 2 hour... And I'm pretty sure no one even gets that joke. I'm just out here on an island with that one, I think. Hit me with a hashtag value in the chat if you know who Sketch is. Or no, hit me with a sorry, brother, if you know who Sketch is. Shout out to... I'm gonna call you Rod. Shout out to Rod. Says, hey Frankie, can you take a look at ACH, yes. On Pepe, yeah, shout out to Rod. I appreciate the super chat, brother. Yes, we can take a look at Dave Digital in the chat. I just saw Wild Dave Digital. There he is. But yeah, Rob, we'll take a look at ACH in just a second. But I'll be honest here, guys. Pepe, down at the value area low, putting in a bullish divergence here, potentially looking to print on the 2-hour. Money flow still coming out here. That's not pretty. But yeah, I'd really like to see money flow start coming up here a bit better. And money flow is not looking great, to be quite honest with you, like on any time frame. Like 24-minute, way back in the red, VWAP rolling back to the downside. 30-minute, VWAP rolling out, money flow flat. 90-minute, money flow coming out, bull div printing. Right, the bull div's all fine and dandy for a move up if you're looking for a scalp. But, you know, it's going to be more likely a lackluster push to the upside before a lower high and a bigger move down. In my opinion, right? So 8-hour, yeah, 8-hour money flow crossover into this. So money flow doesn't look great. I will say, though, you are getting the divergences. So you could get a bounce. Not a trade I would take simply because I don't have all the confirmations, but could see a bounce off that value area low, in which case the POC and value area high right here will be the next key levels. So there you go. Quick little takeaway for Pepe or PP. Shout out to Dave Digital. Said, who gave Frankie these alts anyway? I mean, I missed half the stream, and y'all over here looking at COQ and Pep and PPs. Yeah, yo, Dave, somebody call the cops on Dave. We haven't called the cops on Dave in a long time. Dave, would you mind actually just notifying the police yourself? I would appreciate it. You're always a trooper about this. You know, you take the arrests very, very kindly. We appreciate the cooperation. Sounds like a sausage party. Okay, call SWAT on Dave. Shout out to Dave Digital. I'm kidding, guys. We love Dave. Don't call the cops on him, but shout out to Dave Digital, bro. I walked into that. True, though. We're looking at PP and COQ. Two of the most interesting meme coins we could have picked. Yo, you guys are too funny. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and continue on. I see Mike Vito must have made a bet with Tony D because he's saying 35 minutes because, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Listen, it's very hard for me to come up here every single day. And, you know I'm an analyst. I'm a trader. And I like to think I'm very good at these things. I try very hard. But there are, I'm, shout out to Jessica. That's crazy, Jess. That's crazy. I'm not going to read it out loud, but that's crazy. I come up here, I try to do my best in front of everybody, and I will say I'm not good at everything, and cutting my streams short is definitely one of my weaknesses. I'm working on it, but when you have a community like the CandleMafia, you guys are just too hard to walk away from, even if what I have to do is arguably extremely important. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. I know, yeah, shout out to Mr. Brian, said you'll say PP, but not COQ Inu. Yeah, we are family friendly here. We try to be as family friendly as possible. But yeah, I don't know. Something about PP sounds more innocent. I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm out of chat. Somebody lock Dave up. I'm out of chat. Shout out to Dave. I love you, bro. But anyway, guys, watch that bull dip for a little bounce, but I'd be very careful, on Pepe. Around this zone right here, just because of your money flow not looking too good. Now, if you come back up, let's say you do take the risk on this, right? Someone takes a risk, takes a long position. You get up to that POC, but at that point, money flow is coming back up on your lower time frames. Maybe you're getting a 4-hour green dot with your 15-minute indicate. Oh, my God, we keep disconnecting. Unbelievable. There we go. We keep, if we do wind up coming up here, getting that bull div to play out, if money flow is coming up, if you have that 4-hour green dot with your 15-minute money flow or some kind of bullish confirmation as you approach this level, maybe at that point you could choose to hold a portion of the trade for a flip of that POC and a move back up to the value area high. So that is what I'd be looking at on Pepe, or as some people like to call it, PP. Anyway, with all that being said, guys, let's see. Shout out to Golden, said, I'm not really family friendly. I kick puppy coins for fun. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. Shout out to Golden. Unbelievable, bro. All right. Let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Chuck LeMaine. Let's take a look at ADA or Cardanzo, as James Kramer would call it. Our good old friend Jimmy Crane. But anyway, let's take a look here. Now, I mean, here we are, right? The levels are respected. right? And, I know we look back and we talk about the previous price action very often, guys. And, it's for a reason, right? It's because in order to understand where we're likely to go next and in order to call and predict the next move, it's very helpful to look back and understand how we got to where we were, right? Or where we are, right? Because think about this, right? And I'm not claiming this. I'm just saying if you're here, you will know that not all the time, but oftentimes we will look at something one day and then on the next live stream, I say it almost every day, right? And we'll see if this plays out on tomorrow's live stream. Oftentimes we'll look at something and then the next day we'll be like, well, hey guys, look at that. We said this may happen, and now we're sitting at that key level. And it's a lot easier to because the confusing part and the hard thing is watching price on the way to your next target, right? So, obviously we have support down here, and if you were looking at this as a volume profile, bounce off the low, up to the high, back to the POC, deviation from the high. This is where you're looking for shorts, for an acceptance back into the range, back down to the POC, back down to the value area low. And when you're looking for price to come down to this level, for example, if we weren't, but I'm just saying, if we were looking at Cardano yesterday up here, and we were saying, hey, if we get accepted back into the range, we could see a move down to that value area low. Oftentimes, the volume profiles play out. So we'll come on here the next day and talk about, well, hey guys, look, we thought we were going here and now we are here. Not always going to happen, but the hard part is watching price get down there because you'll get the pushback, you'll get the pull down, and then you see a bounce and you're like, oh, wait, maybe we're not going to go to the value area low. Oh, wait, no, never mind. We're probably going to the POC. Oh, wait, hang on. Maybe we're going to go back to the value. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Oh, wait, no, now we're going back down. Oh, we're going to go to the value area low. Oh, no, wait, we're front running it. We're going back. Okay, wait, no, now we're going back down. Oh, we're going to front run it. And then finally you come back down. And it's literally this noise. It's the noise. It's the little ups and the little downs on the way to your destination that make trading so hard. And it's what makes it so difficult for people to hold on to their trades. So with that being said, here we are. I don't think we were looking at card. It's simply walk away and let price action do its thing, right? Don't watch every up and down because it's going to freak you out, scare you out of your position. And then most of the time in hindsight, you're going to look back and be like, I should have just held the trade. And then that's why you have to accept the risk that you're taking. But anyway, we're sitting here at the value area low of the range. We are putting in potential bull divs here. 1 hour bull div looking to print very soon here. So once we wind up getting that green dot on that 1 hour time frame, we would have the bullish divergence. Yeah, we will have that bullish divergence. Once that green dot prints, I would expect some kind of a bounce back to the upside. Looking at that POC at about 60 cents as a potential take profit. And then again, money flow looks almost exactly the same. I'm not even going to go through market cipher just because, money flow looks almost exactly the same as everything else. So key level of support, if you lose this level, I will say I'd be watching this previous value area low right down here. Value area high right down here sitting at about 55 cents. And then if you lose that, I would be looking down towards your, actually, I'll be honest. I mean, you could watch this value area high, but I would definitely watch this range, right? Because your 786 comes in very nice confluence if we continue down. 786 POC confluence, that's pretty nice, right? So maybe we get a little local bounce here. But if we do wind up rejecting that POC and coming back into this range, I would look for potential big bounce at this POC 786. And then clearly, clear invalidation there, right? If you lose that POC, you're looking lower, right to the value area low. So there you go. That is what I'd be looking at on Cardano. All right, here we go. Elite Way said, don't say the CandleMafia at Dave. Heck, they're not CandleMafia. If they didn't hit the like button, smash out the Elite Ways. Let's go. Jessica said, oh, God, am I even going to say it? But anyway, shout out to K Diggity. Said somebody needs to get there. Oh, my God. All right. Well, with all that being said, guys, I know we have a little bit of a choppy connection here. But again, this was supposed to be a short stream. We basically did the whole thing. But with that being said, guys, I got to get out of here. Hopefully, this gives you a little bit of a better outlook or more clear of an outlook on what to look for on Bitcoin. As we are kind of just riding around here, I will just show that screen one more time. We are getting a little bit of a sustained bounce here, but I will be honest, until we flip that POC to support, Again, we do have the long position, at least in the premium Discord. We have the long position from down here. If that plays out, right, I've already taken profit on this. If this winds up playing out to the upside, a flip of this POC would be absolutely key, because this right now is the most local level of key resistance, 67.36. If we can't get above that, I think it's more likely to reject back down to our first key level where I'll be looking for a fresh long, because at that point I will be stopped out of my trade, and I will look for a fresh long down here at that CME gap weekly. Naked point of control confluence. And with all that being said, Mafia, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'm sorry I failed you guys again by doing a longer stream, but I said we were going to make history tonight, and here, dare I say, Frankie Candles got it absolutely wrong, as we do sometimes. So with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time, right here, for a short stream, a.k.a. a normal stream, right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hear Mrs. Candle screaming my name. That's all I got. I love each and every single one of you guys. I do not just say that because I'm on camera. I say it because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Smash that like button if you love us back. With all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Frankie Candles out. Bing bang!
Coach, what's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I
Hey,
can't
Wick's
text.
here, let's
Now
go!
she call me
Bing bong,
petty,
shout out
but
to
I
Wick.
swear I can't forget, this ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. Been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah.
All right, guys. We're doing a like spam right now on the count of 3. On 3. On the word 3. We're gonna hit that like button all at the same time. We're gonna see if we can run it up from 483 all the way up to 550. And if we do, I'll add a $100 XRP giveaway to this week's giveaways. Not tonight, because we didn't do it during the stream, but the next giveaway that we do, I'll add $100 in XRP, or I'll just give it away on tomorrow's live stream. So here we go. Oh no, now we're losing likes because everybody's getting ready for the like spam. So here we go. On 3. 1, 2, free. That was free. Free. I tricked you. 3. Spam it right now. Click it. Go. Smash that like button. Come on. Here we go. I'm just playing. All right, we're back at 483. That didn't work, guys. Is that number, guys. With all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think I just gave myself a headache. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. I just got disconnected again. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on the road, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on the road. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on the road. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the